In this assignment, you're asked to amend the sketch that you've been given. The client has requested that the fork is 20 millimeters longer than shown. Produce a third angle orthographic engineering drawing of the amended bracket. For authenticity, add your engraved name to the component. So this is the sketch, and the way we're going to go about this is we're going to produce a 3D model, and then from the 3D model we'll be able to produce the third angle orthographic projection. So it says that that's 60 millimeters long come down there. We have to extend that by another 20 millimeters out here, and the same with the other fork. The depth of the fork here, that says 36, so again that the total depth there is going to end up being 56, another 20 millimeters. And if we look at the other sizes, the width of the fork is 15, the gap is 12, that's 15, the thickness of this part is 12, the thickness of the back doesn't actually tell you, but we can work that out, because if that's 60 and this part here is 48 all the way up there, then 60, take away the 48, the back must be 12 as well. And also this radius is 21, and because that's a semicircle, that probably tells me that the diameter must be 42, and on this side 15, 12 and 15 all add together to make 42, so all of that is going to blend together exactly. So the way we're going to draw this is we're going to draw a rectangle which is going to be 80 millimeters long and a total height of 21 plus 12 plus that 12, which will be 45. So that's 80 by 45 high. We'll start off with a block like that, and we'll make it 15 plus 12 plus 15, which is 42 deep, and from that block we'll be able to cut parts away to create that bracket. So going into Inventor, click on New, Metric, Standard Inventor Part. Going to start a new sketch, but I want to use this vertical work plane. We're going to draw out the rectangle, which is be 80 by 45. So there's the rectangle, roughly drawn to size. Click on Dimension, drag that out, type in 80. Okay, as it expands it goes outside of the bracket, so just click on that and it'll bring it in again. I'm still on Dimension, so just drag that out, and the total height I remember is 45. Okay, and that's that sketch done. So we'll click on Done. Again it expands outside, but we'll just click on the corner of that icon, we can bring it back in. I'm now ready to extrude it, so click on Extrude. I need to extrude it by 42, and that's all okay, so I can click, that's fine. So what I want to do now is I want to cut out a big rectangle from here and push that all the way through, so we're left with a sort of L shape. So I'm going to be drawn onto this side, so new sketch, come to this face, it's going to draw on that face, but it should actually open up to it, so I don't think that's quite got it right. So start, oh, don't want a 3D sketch, go back to sketch, start 2D sketch, finish sketch, right, go back to 2D sketch, come over to this face, click on that, that's better, click on rectangle, come to there and drag that out, and I know that from here, just click on that dimension size to here must be exactly 12. Okay, and from here to here is also exactly 12. Okay, so that's that sketch finished. I can now extrude all of that away. So we're going to cut material away to a depth of 42. Doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment, so I just come over and just click on that side. Okay, and that's nicely cut away now. The next thing to do is I can simply radius these corners. So I just click on that one edge, rounded corner, and it's 2 at the moment, so I'm just going to change that to 21. Okay, this side, rounded corner or fillet, but remember the last one was 21, so click OK, and that's the back part done. Now I want to draw a circle on this face here, so again start 2D sketch, and I want to draw it on this face, and it moves around to there. Choose the circle tool, drag out the circle. The circle needs to be 12 millimeters diameter. Type in 12. Okay, obviously it's not in the center, but there's a very handy tool here which makes concentric circles. So click on the circle, click on that outside arc, and it'll put exactly so it's sharing the same center as the outside arc. And that's that sketch finished. So click on OK. We're now going to extrude that. I want to subtract material behind the work plane, and although it's 42, it doesn't make any difference, just as long as it's all cleared. And that's that part done. I now need to cut out this part here where the fork goes. So again, 2D sketch, start a 2D sketch, click on the face I want to draw on, choose rectangle, come down to the bottom and touch it so you can see how the line sort of changes colour, I think. Well, that yellow little dot stays still. Come across to there, and it's going to be something like that. And then I can put the dimensions on. Dimension from there to there is 15. Type in 15, press enter or click on the green tick. From there to there is 15. Green tick. And from there to there, it's not 15, it's 12. Green tick. And just check the bottom that the rectangle hasn't drifted away, because sometimes when you put that 12 in, the whole rectangle moves upwards. So make sure there's no gap there. If there is a gap there, then just simply put a dimension on onto the bottom of the rectangle and to the bottom edge of this of the metal, and then make sure that that dimension is 0, and it'll stretch it back down. So that's that one finished. Then I want to extrude this. Click on extrude. I want to cut material away, and I bring it across here. I must make sure that I'm inside this rectangle, because if you're outside, you might think that you want that outside part cutting away. So you can see quite clearly now that's the C shape that we want. Click on OK, and now it's all done apart from the authenticity. So to get the authenticity part, we're going to click on new sketch again, start 2D sketch. I want to put my name on this face here, and we're going to click on text, stretch that out, type in my name and an initial. Okay, there it is. Now when that is converted to an orthographic drawing, you won't see that because it hasn't been engraved into the surface. So we must now engrave that into the surface. I'm going to close that. Engrave that into the surface. So I'm going to extrude this. I'm going to cut material away below the work plane. Highlight the part that you want to cut away. Still set to 42. We don't want to go in 42. We only want to go in 1 millimeter. Okay. If you don't highlight the name, it will not be engraved in. So you must make sure that that is highlighted. Okay, and that's that finished. So we can now click on File, Save As. Now I've already produced a fork bracket folder and a fork bracket. So I'm just going to copy that. Already exists, that's fine. Yes, we want to overwrite it. So I've called it fork bracket and it's got my name in.